Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Paper Bag Club podcast. My name is Aliyes Richard. With me, as always, is Richard Knox.
What's up?
How you doing today?
So great. Let me tell you.
Have you seen my Captain America shield?
I did. I held it. It was wonderful.
I love it.
It made me really think more into the Captain America way of things and how more proficient he is than I thought.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, he's holding this with his left arm and he's over here throwing it and catching it. And
tossing on his back.
Yeah. I'm like,
people like put swords on their back and they like right-handed. Now imagine that, but like a shield.
And with your left hand.
Yeah, maybe that's what those magnet strips are for his back.
Oh, maybe. That would make sense.
That would make some sense.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
But also, again, just being able to do all that stuff with your left arm just is...
And still have America's ass.
What?
Have America's ass.
He does have that as well.
Yeah. So I'm pretty happy with that. And hopefully I can get all of the pieces to that shortly.
Hopefully.
But today is episode number 13.
Number 13.
Yeah, it was supposed to be 14, but quick little backstory. We recorded a Halloween special edition that was going to be the 13th episode that came out on Halloween, but I messed up and I deleted the audio file. So we still have the video. It's just really bad audio quality. So if you want to see that, we'll leave a link in the description for an unlisted video probably. I think it was an hour long. I think we hit the mark.
Yeah, I think, probably. I'm not sure how it was after you edited it, but...
Yeah, but we'll leave a link to that in the description if you want to. I'm going to tell you right now, it wasn't great just because of the audio, but it was a fun episode.
Oh, it was super fun. We got face paint on. We looked really cool. We got into the spirit of Halloween.
And then I deleted it.
He said, we don't need this. Boop.
Yeah, I was mad about it. But today we're going to be talking about state fairs, theme parks, and...
our experiences with them.
There you go. I was trying to think if there's a third category within that realm of entertainment.
Carnivals?
Yeah, I can say. I don't
think I've ever been to a carnival though.
When I think of carnival, I think of a state fair. But I guess it might be one and the same thing, but also completely different things.
Yeah, carnivals and fairs are probably really close.
I know they both have carousels.
Yeah, I think carnivals are more spooky though.
Really?
Where you see the freak shows.
Oh, yeah.
You know, which I don't think those really exist anymore, but...
Well, the one I went to a couple weekends ago for the South Carolina State Fair for 2019, they had a circus, but not I didn't get a chance to go to it because we ended up leaving early, but they had a circus, and I'd imagine they had some creepy stuff there. Not creepy like scary, but creepy like contortionist and stuff like that.
But I don't remember the last time I went to a circus. I had to be really, really little, but I've been to the state fair a couple of years ago. It's always a wonderful time. They got tons of stuff to do, and they got the fair food, which is always a delight.
Yeah, funnel cakes.
Yeah, actually, that's like my least favorite fair food.
That really?
Yes,
that's like the only thing I can think of.
I don't like powdered sugar. So for me, it's
crazy.
Just a lot. I like the corn dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite always.
Yeah, when we went, I was trying to find something to eat, and for me, anytime I go out somewhere that I'm not used to or whatever, I try to find a reason to try something new that I don't normally get the chance to. So we walked around for about 20 minutes, and it's the same stuff over again. It's a burger place, then a hot dog place, then a funnel cake place, then a taco place, then another burrito place, so on and so forth, whatever. I eventually, or chicken strips, that's another pretty common one.
I do like chicken strips.
I ended up going with Mexican. I got a fajita fiesta salad or some crap. And
that's
Mexican
a lot
corn.
going on.
Yeah, it was. It took like 20 minutes.
I did see a picture of the elote, as we like to call it.
Is that what it is called? Okay, yeah, it was
street corn.
Interesting. It looked great. It was a little strong for me.
Yeah, like the chile.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. Extra. But the guy's like, yeah, this is the last one for the day. I said, oh, shit, really? He said, yeah, normally I take 2 home every night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Every night, yeah. It's good, man. Said growing up, I've lived in Texas, I've lived in San Diego, and getting elote is always great. You can get it in a cup, or you can get it like on the cob on a stick.
Really?
Mm-hmm. And they're always great. Always great.
Yeah, it was really good. And then, no, normally when I go to a fair, I think the only 2 fairs I've been to is the South Carolina one a couple weeks ago, and I went to a Tallahassee State Fair, I think. Or at least it was a fair in Tallahassee. I don't know if it was
Where's Tallahassee?
In Florida.
In Florida, okay.
And it was more of a ride experience so much as like circus or whatever. That one was a couple years ago. My cousins might remember it if they're watching, but they're not because they don't support my dreams.
Who?
Avery Ambrosia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know. You may have met them yet. I'm not
I
sure.
don't think so. I think I've seen Ambrosia on before, though.
Yeah, and she's been on before, but we went to a couple years ago, and now I'm the type of person who I like riding everything, and I don't get like nauseous or motion sick. How are you with that?
Oh no, that's my favorite part about it as well as the rides.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I have been to kind of like a campground in I think it was Kissimmee, Florida, right outside of Disney, and they had rides there too, and I would ride some of them, but there's one that I never ride, and that is the slingshot.
Oh yeah,
they go straight up.
Yeah.
Nope.
Wait, is that the one where like they brace you like it's an individual ride, or is like a group of people? So there's two different types.
Normally,
that I know
I've seen where it was just two people.
Okay.
Right next to each other, and they just shoot you straight up in the air.
Gotcha.
Back and forth. Now, that's a big nope.
Yeah.
For me, I like roller coasters. I like it when it's a big group of people on a ride, but that just freaks me out.
A little too much. Now, for roller coasters, do you prefer speed or drops?
Drops.
Okay, man.
Because that scares me more. Speed is nice, always, but I always want to experience longer roller coasters. Like for me,
they're
roller
never
coasters
long
are
enough.
they're never long enough. They go and then it's done, and you're like, now I gotta wait in line again. You know.
Yeah.
So fast is cool, but I prefer
more adrenaline
quality.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a ride at Wild Adventures in Georgia called the Cheetah. And I don't know if I doubt it's still the fastest ride ever, but I might be mistaken. I think at a time it was declared the fastest roller coaster like in the world or something crazy, like maybe like years and years ago. But it's built on like wood and not like metal.
Nope.
Yeah, so it's wicked old, but
rickety.
Yeah, it's very very fast. I think it goes as fast as a cheetah or something that implies the name, whatever that is.
It has to go faster than a cheetah.
Well, cheetahs are fast.
Yeah, I think they can only go to like maybe
70?
90 miles an hour. Maybe.
Maybe faster.
You got a nice computer over here.
Yeah, we can look it up. I got a way over
Oh,
here.
also true.
Yeah. So we'll just play it to our imagination.
Okay, and now that I think about it, I'm like, man, maybe roller coasters don't go faster than that.
Yeah, it just feels like it.
Yeah, because there's no
You ever ride on the highway with your windows down?
Yes.
So I mean, maybe a little emulation. I don't know, but I rode that one, and I like speed, but I would agree I like the drop better because like I would ride the cheetah, but since it's built on like wooden framework or whatever the word is, it bounced my head back. Like I kept hitting the back of the yeah. So every time I rode it, I got a headache. But there was this one ride in Utah that Jaden went, or that he brought me to the first time I visited him. And I forget the name of the park and I forget the name of the ride, but it had a negative degree drop.
Really?
Yeah. It's like normally it's like 90 is the like the goal
straight down.
Yeah, but this one inverted. Wow. Yeah, it was like a negative degree drop. It was really cool. The line was wicked long because it just opened the weekend we went there, and you know, like you see people getting off the ride in front of you, you kind of see their reaction. That's how you kind of judge what's about to happen for a ride you've never been on. Yeah, there were some kids crying, they're like puking or something. I was like, oh, it's gonna be good.
Yeah. The last theme park I went to was Universal. It was my first time. I went for a work function, and I hadn't ridden a roller coaster in a little while, maybe like 6 or 7 months. So I was kind of like a little nervous again. And the first one they wanted to go on was the Hulk ride at Universal. And they're like, yeah, this is the most intense one here, and it's the one you can see from outside the park. So I'm like, okay, I gotta get pumped for this. And they got us all like their like fast passes that they have. And
I've never done those before.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I always knew that it was nice, right?
But not that nice.
So you can get through the line quicker. But like the Hulk, the regular line was stupid long, and no one had the fast passes to do it. So we would walk through the whole fast pass lane, and it was instantly in the front.
Yeah, but you gotta like hold your hand to your head. It's like, don't look at me, don't look at me. Like the
screw
people
that.
in line.
No, they paid for it. I mean, if I would have paid for it, I definitely wouldn't care. It's like I paid money for this. You know? But in my head, the other people, what they knew was that I paid for it. So
yeah, I guess
screw them.
That's funny.
But you know, it was actually, I need to bring it up. Like when you get up to the line and the next comes up and they let you on first instead of those people, like, hey, let's let a couple of them on, then the fast pass, because you know obviously we're not having to wait in line. It's kind of like, ooh, sorry, especially when we got off, we went up and did it one more time. So there was tons of people we were passing again that we had already passed. But the Hulk was super fun.
Now I've been to Universal once. I went there as a 8th grade field trip, but I can't remember if I rode that one.
Yeah, well, we only went to one park. 'Cause they have two. They have Universal
and then the water park, right?
And then
or
like Isle of Adventures. Or no, maybe that's.
I think Isle of Adventure is the water park. Where's
No, I didn't go to the big Universal one.
Okay.
Well, I didn't go to like the Universal one.
Gotcha.
And the one I went to was not a water park.
Okay, I was gonna say we need to get our Universal correspondent, Casey.
Right, because they have the Harry Potter stuff there. And Hogsmeade's in one, and Diagon Alley's in the other. And we went to the one with Hogsmeade, which again was super cool. Like I remember getting there, and I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. I've wanted to go for the longest time, and I'm hearing Diagon Alley is a lot cooler. But just being in Hogsmeade and seeing like all the snow everywhere, I was like, oh my child heart,
Yeah.
it's really here. But it was a wonderful experience. Wonderful.
Yeah, I enjoyed my Universal experience. I almost bought a wand. I think they were selling for like $200 or something. I didn't. I just pocketed the money and used it on games or something.
I bought a wand. Mine was not $200.
Really? I don't know.
And I had like their like exclusive like to that year, because every year they come out with a new one that's exclusive for that year. And I think mine was like $90, and it was the interactive one too.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all like black with like fake gold inlay in it. Super freaking cool. I was so happy. And I did a couple of the wand things there, but I just wanted to be like, I got a Harry Potter wand.
Just frame it and that's it.
Yeah, well, that was the other thing too, is I really was looking at all these character wands. Like, man, I would love to have like one of the characters. Well, yeah, all of them.
Wait,
but
did you get a character wand?
No, I got like Universal's exclusive.
Gotcha. Okay.
One they made just for like 2019. Well, then and then 2020 they'll make one for 2020.
Then I wonder how much like Harry's or like Voldemort's would be.
They were the same price for mine was more expensive. I think mine was like $10 more because it was like the exclusive one for that year. But they have some that aren't interactive that are cheaper, and then you can get the interactive ones that are like $25 more or something like that.
Okay. Real quick on that slingshot thing. When I lived in Virginia, there was this very, very tiny like little theme park, and it was like maybe like 10 rides like on a block or something weird. But it was like right across the street from the beach and the boardwalk or whatever, and we lived there for like 3 years. We would go to the beach every so often, and you see this little theme park, and we're like, oh, I want to go on that, but it costs money. You're there for the beach or whatever happened. We never went. But I think one of the last times that I went to the beach in Virginia, me and my sister did that. We did the slingshot one. So I have the video of it because they put a little like GoPro or whatever on the edge of it to get your reaction. But the thing that's weird is, so the ride I think was $20. The video was another $20.
Oh man.
Yeah, and I don't know if you had to also buy audio or if my file just got corrupted because mine doesn't have audio. So I have like the video of us. You can see our reactions and stuff. And I kind of remember like what I was saying, so I could like close caption it or whatever, But if you have the
audio, is where I said, "Oh shit!"
But that was really fun. Mostly because when I never did it, I like that adrenaline, and when I did it, so they kind of lean you back to get ready for it, and then the guy's like, "Okay, just let me know when you're."
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, just shoot you up. And our reactions, it's hilarious. I really wish I had the audio for it, but that was a really fun one that me and my sister did. She loves those kind of rides too. So when I go to like theme parks, I always try to do like the biggest, baddest stuff, whether that's like the inverted drops on the roller coaster or the I think different parks call it different things, but like there's like this pole or this big rod as a machine, and people sit around it, and then they lift you up and just straight drop you down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that was pretty fun too. I know.
Oh,
sorry, go.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
We all know.
Everyone knows. Thanks for watching.
When we went to Disney after I graduated, it was like me and like all of my high school friends all ended up going. And on the way back, we stopped by that campground in Kissimmee, and they had a solar coaster there. So it was like, it's not what it sounds like.
Okay, like was solar.
Yeah, right. That's what I thought.
Sounds cool.
Yeah, but what it is there's like two giant triangles, and the back one is bigger than the front one. I don't know if you could see my little diagram. And basically, they have one person strapped on, or they can do two, and they raise you up on the back one, and you go up and up and up and up, and then you have a latch that you can pull. And Brandon actually paid to do it, so he did it by himself. And they raised him up, and I'm not sure if he pulled it or if they pull it if you don't pull it in time. But I think they also have the option. But you just pull the latch whenever you're ready, and you just swing like Superman all the way down. And,
okay, yeah.
That was I think that's the biggest one in the United States. And Brandon did it. I'm like, I'm not gonna.
That's funny. Yeah, I was actually gonna say that Walt Adventures has a ride similar to that called Superman as well, and it's like that. I think it's like, I think they do like $25 per person individually. Not included with like the park pass or whatever, and that's like one of the only rides, unless there's like a new one that came out in the last 2 years, that I have not rode at Walt Adventures, and that's like my go-to park just because like where we live. But when I lived in Virginia, there was another one. What's the name of that one? I'm drawing a blank, so I'm not gonna wait. But yeah, no, I can't remember it. But there's one in Virginia that was pretty good. I know we've been to Knott's Berry Farm.
Farmville.
Farmville. I went there when I was really, really young, so I don't really remember it too much. But I've heard it's a good time.
I haven't been in like 13, 14 years. But Brandon says that he pooped himself.
Yeah.
He did pull it, and it's the biggest one in the world.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I'd love to ride that stuff. My mom also likes those kinds of rides, but she just can't really ride them nowadays because like her back is so bad that it would like destroy her.
Yeah, my mom does not like roller coasters. But last time I saw her in California when we went out and visited, well, that wasn't the last time I saw her in California. But one time we went out to California, we ended up going to Disneyland, and I made her get on a couple with me, but she doesn't like it. I think she has like vertigo real bad or something, but she normally doesn't like roller coasters, but we got her to go on some.
Yeah. Theme parks are a fun time. They can be very expensive. But it's
especially
fun.
for someone who doesn't live close to one.
Yeah, you got to drive, hotel, like Disney. I think you've been to the Disney in Florida.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay. How much? Without specifics, I guess. Relatively expensive.
Oh yeah, I could tell you if I remembered.
Yeah. So just swipe it. I don't care.
But normally we go. So one time we got 5-day park hoppers. And we spent like 3 days there. I think Jamie went a day earlier than me, so she spent 4 days. And then one day we went back all the way to Orlando for a convention, I think.
Dang.
And it ended up being like really lame. So we went to the first day of it, and we had already bought tickets for the convention. So we went to the first day, and we said, hey, this convention's kind of lame. We'll need to go back to the second day. What are we going to do? And I said, hey, we still have those tickets. She had 1 day and I had 2 days. And I said, well, let's look up how much time we have left to use them. And they literally like expired in 2 days. So he said, looks like we're going to freaking Disney World. And we went to Disney World and had a great time. And we had already spent the money on the hotel. But hotels, I mean, for if you're only going for a couple of days, aren't really that expensive.
Yeah, just if you just had to live in one.
Yeah, if you had to live in one, it would add up. But again, for me, like unless you're like really picky about your hotel, I mean, I can only find a pretty good deal when I get hotels where I'm like, they have nice
5
amenities.
stars. I need this. I need that.
Yeah, but hell no, I don't
like
need
a
all
motel.
That. Yeah, no, I'll find one that's like $100.
Yeah,
and it'll be a really nice hotel, really really nice. But most of the time, we're only sleeping in it.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not like, when I'm not at this work function, I'm gonna be in my hotel room. It's like, no, I'm literally going there super late, sleeping, waking up super early because I'm getting to Disney World as soon as those damn gates open.
Well, here's a question for you: have you ever worked out at a hotel gym?
I've looked at a hotel gym before. I've walked past the hotel gym while I walk to the pool because that's my thing at the gym. At the hotels.
I go swimming at the gym. Yeah.
I work out at the pool. So.
Just stroking. The place in Virginia was called Busch Gardens. That was the name of it. Yeah,
I've never been to Busch Gardens, I don't think.
Yeah, it was real fun. I think. What's that park in North Carolina that's real close to us? Or not? I say close, but like comparatively.
Is that Six Flags?
I'm thinking of something else. Drawing a blank again. But I've been at Six Flags.
Wild Adventures?
No, it's in Wild Adventures is Georgia.
Okay, that's what I thought. I've been to Wild Adventures. I've never been to a Six Flags.
Really?
And I think it's in North Carolina near the airport. I don't know what other theme park there would be in my head.
Yeah,
I feel like I would know too. Another one.
So I think we tried planning like a little group trip a couple years ago.
No, I remember that.
And I can't remember the name of that place. But I've been to Six Flags.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
I feel like it's something else, but it might be.
Yeah.
I think there's one in North Carolina. There's also one in Florida. There's probably one in every state by now. Yeah. But those are pretty fun too. Those are really like ride driven rather than like attraction driven, as opposed to like a fair or a circus, I guess, where like big rides, and the water park's pretty cool too.
Hey, I haven't been to a water park since I was a little kid. I used to love Carowinds.
Thank
you.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the one.
Carowinds. I was like, I don't know what other dang theme park there could be. There's so many now that we're naming them off.
So many. That'd be a fun game. How many theme parks can you name?
Can you name it?
Also, my mom says she wants to go skydiving. I've always wanted to go skydiving. Skirt. Yeah, I think Cameron actually never used to have a fear of heights, but then out of nowhere, just like the last year, he's like, I can't, because I don't know if you remember this, when we were in Miami, we got to the parking garage. He's like, let me look over the edges. It's just to see how I feel.
Yeah, that's
yeah. And he's like,
scares me to the core.
Call of the Void.
Yeah, man.
It's like, I wonder what it'd be like. Just hit respawn.
No, that stuff is scary.
Yeah, but I like heights.
I'm okay with like being in a plane.
Like secured heights?
Yeah, like planes don't scare me. I love getting the window seat. I love looking out. And whenever I go into a parking garage, I always park on the top floor. Tradition. They always have a wonderful, tradition. It always has like a really good view. But as soon as I look over the edge.
What's up, Jeff?
I'm like, oh, I get creeped out. So me thinking about jumping out of a plane, even strapped up to someone else, I'm like, is my life worth it? I mean, because you only hear about these every so often that someone's parachute didn't open and
it's pretty rare because they do
the ground dive.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of research into it a couple months ago because I really wanted to do it, like not like just like really wanted, but like I genuinely wanted to go and do it that next weekend. So I looked into it and like
it's expensive.
Yeah, it can be. It's even more expensive if you want to fly solo. It's easily $3,000 because you have to take the classes, take the training, get certified, then you're allowed to go on your own. But you also have to pay for those visits because you pay for gas and labor and all this stuff. But even if you wanted to do what's called tandem skydiving, which is with someone attached to you, I think those run
a couple
500.
500 because they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Because you're kind of paying for the fuel, the pilot, the professional licensed skydiver. So those run around 300 to 500. I think.
That's not as bad as I thought.
Yeah, I think it's
1,500.
Okay.
That's what I thought. But I've only ever looked it up once.
Well, I think it might be, but I think that 300 to 500 is like a first timer's discount type deal.
Oh, gotcha.
But
so he's gonna come back.
Yeah, or die.
Yeah,
because my cousin did one in somewhere close in Georgia, and I forget the exact pricing of it, but I know she paid like $100 just for the GoPro footage.
Oh wow!
Yeah, just for the footage alone.
You can't bring your own GoPro.
No.
What?
That's how they make the money.
Get out.
Yeah, they say, hey, here's a GoPro. You hold this, and then it'll record your reaction. And then like as soon as they landed. So I think it's like a 10-minute fall or something like that. And as soon as she landed, the guy's like, hey, how do you feel? How do you feel? She goes, I'm hungry.
I like turtles.
So, but that's something I've always wanted to do. But again, like you said, I mean, there are those rare cases of people dying.
Yeah.
But it's like, man, you're going to pay $3,000 just to die?
Well, I watched my mother skydive, and she had a wonderful experience.
Yeah.
I had binoculars and everything. I was watching her come down. It was really cool to see her do it. And then I watched this interview with Will Smith talking about it and how he was scared out of his mind, but as soon as he jumped out and realized that
he was fine,
he was falling regardless, he was fine. He goes, it's the most blissful feeling in the world. I'm like,
until you hit the ground,
man, I don't know. Until that parachute opens,
I'm
gonna be flailing around screaming. I'm done for.
Yeah, so much for the ability to fly.
True. And I'm like, I don't know, man. Saying like you feel like you're flying sounds really crazy because you're falling.
Yeah.
I don't think falling or flying feels like falling.
It's like I can control it. I'm just choosing to go down.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. So those are always really cool action sequences in movies. Mm-hmm. Like when people just start flying and they like nosedive to gain speed or whatever.
Oh, true. I think hit one of the barrier, the sound barrier.
Just die. I think just blow up. I think one of my first movie experiences with skydiving was actually the Power Rangers movie.
Oh yeah, boy, I had that movie on
the little snowboards, whatever. Just I was like,
the one guy
that's what made me.
The White Ranger had
White Ranger.
The snowboard.
That's why I wanted to skydive because of him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was fun.
Oh yeah,
and then just like landed on the grass.
Bulk and Skull land over into the construction place.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
So yeah, skydiving would be very fun, but
now I want to skydive just to say I'm a Power Ranger.
That's a qualification now. Yeah, I like adrenaline, but not to the point where I need to go to a torture house. Not that much. For those of you who don't know what a torture house is, it's kind of like an escape room where you pay someone to go to a room and they torture you. You have to like sign a bunch of consent forms, and by torture I mean they can cut you, bruise you, push you, jab you, lock you in a box, like for hours on end or some crap.
Yeah, I saw this article that keeps popping up about one where you have to sign like a 40-page waiver, and then if you last however long it is, I want to say it was 48 hours, which sounds crazy.
Shit.
They give you like $10,000 or something, but no one's been able to
because it's rough. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure if you get blindfolded and like pushed and jabbed and stabbed down the hallway, that's probably bad enough.
I'm done.
No, thank you.
I got stabbed in the kidney. I'm going to die. I need that $10,000 to pay for my transplant.
Yeah, but I mean, like even being locked in like a cooler for like an hour would be rough, let alone 48 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm like, well, how far can they take it?
I think
they can't amputate something.
Yeah,
they can't really stab you.
But I think they can like shock you or something. But it's pretty extensive stuff. But yeah, I don't need that. I'll just take my roller coasters and skydiving and stuff like that. Escape rooms are adrenaline enough.
Yeah, true. I have never done an escape room still to this day, and I know we have one in town now, so it's something I really want to get out and do as well.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a sponsorship. Shout out Every Second Counts Escape Rooms Buford. If you're watching or listening, probably not, but that's okay.
Probably not. But okay.
But those are fun. Yeah, they actually just got 2 new rooms for the new season.
Oh, yeah.
And the hardest one is called the Criminally Insane Room.
Ooh.
And it is the hardest room I have ever attempted. I think I've done about 10 by now in the last like 3 or 4 years, and is the only room I've never not been able to complete.
They got an alien one?
I think they actually just got rid of that one.
Damn.
Yeah, they were like advertising it as like, hey, get your Area 51 raids in before we change it up.
Before the real Area 51 they got some new ones. Didn't happen.
Yeah, right. Shout out episode of whatever that was. I don't even know. Yeah, so I mean, but it's hard. It's really fun though. We definitely need to do one. It'd be fun. They're great team building exercises. If you needed to do it for that, I don't know anyone who does it for that.
Yeah, what team do I have?
Right, exactly.
Just kidding. I love my team at work.
So
y'all the best.
Yeah, escape rooms were fun. Trying to think what else. Oh, so at a state fair, have you ever been on the old Spin-a-tron?
Oh yeah,
3000.
Where it pulls the G's and it's like really hard to like sit up. Yeah. I've done that one. That was really cool.
I don't know if you did. It's okay if you did. I'll forgive you. Did you see my vlog for the carnival?
Yeah, I did.
Word.
The South Carolina Fair. Yeah. I watched.
So I actually recorded like a 10-minute recording of being in the room, and it was crazy.
Yeah, it was intense. Like, I remember like turning around, like trying to do push-ups.
While doing it. It was funny because like the day before we went to the fair, I saw a TikTok where this kid was like, he's laying flat, and then as soon as like it hits hard, he like jumps up and stands straight. So he's like this.
What?
Yeah, just like straight as a straight.
Straight as a straight.
Straight as whatever the straight you can think of. But he's just like chilling there, but like he can't move because the force is so strong that he's just standing still.
Sideways.
Yeah. So everyone else is laying like this. He's straight up like that. I was like, I'm gonna try that, but I was like, no, I have my camera.
That looks hilarious.
Yeah, I bet I look hilarious
in my head.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
No, I loved going to the South Carolina Fair. It was.
Has it always been in the same place?
I didn't go to this year, so I don't know if it was.
Where was it last time?
Columbia. That's all.
I know it was in Columbia in a parking lot across from the football stadium.
Yeah, I think that's where it was a couple years ago when I went. But I also went to a state fair in Savannah, and that was really fun too. I went with Brandon and one of our friends we had at the time, Samantha Algier, and his brother, and I think his brother's girlfriend at the time. So it was a good time. We had a good time. They had like a scary pop-up like Halloween ride there at the time, and that was really cool.
Yeah. Fairs and parks are fun.
Yeah, I also like the ride where it's like you're on a giant ship and the ship goes up and down and up and down. You know what I'm talking about?
Like Ring of Fire? Or no?
I don't know. The one I went on as a kid was called the Pharaoh's Fury or something like that.
Okay, I've seen a couple Pharaoh ones. I don't like.
But I've been to one now. I know what the Ring of Fire one was. This one was like a ship that just went up, straight up, and then back down. The Ring of Fire was one where you're like in a one-person thing, and it literally goes up and then around. Yeah. I remember that one.
Yeah, as far as like all my theme park experiences, the Pharaoh ship was actually the one that scared me the most. And I don't think it scared me for the fact that it was just a scary ride. I think my last experience, my belt thing didn't clutch on the whole time.
Oh no!
So when we
like holding on,
when we went like almost upside down, like I fell out of my seat like just a little bit, not like upside down, like.
But there's like a cage around you, right?
No, not for this one. No, not for this one at least. It was just like they just let me think. No, I think it's just like one that's like out already, and they just like crank.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but it was like a little loose, and I was like, okay, cool, that's normal. I've rode roads where it's a little loose, but then like we start swinging, and I'm like, okay, this is fun, whatever, and then we get to the almost for like a 180 position, and like I felt like me like kind of jipped, and I was like, oh no,
hold it down.
Yeah, so I think I just had a bad experience. So, but I think that's one of the only rides I've ever not enjoyed, other than the cheetah giving me a headache.
No, I always enjoy it. I enjoy going to Disney. Like every time I go to Disney, I feel like a child again. Unless I'm in Epcot. When I'm in Epcot, you can drink there.
Yeah,
and I try to get
not a child.
Last time
anymore.
me and Jamie, we were like getting a drink in like every country there was, and we were getting messed up. I actually cried then because we went there during the nighttime, and they always do like a show, you know, with like fireworks, and I hadn't been there in a long time, and so seeing like their technological advances in like the years that it's been since I've been there, it really just hit me. I was like, oh my god, like these like projections they're doing look real, and there's fireworks. I don't ever see fireworks. I'm drunk, and Jamie has a giant turkey leg, and I got my freaking drink. I'm like,
it's a good combination.
This is so nice. Yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, I had like 2 horchatas from Mexico. It was a great time. But yeah, last time I was in Disney was the last couple times. I've been the past couple years we've gone, and it's always a wonderful experience.
Yeah, you know, I lived. Excuse me. Oof. I lived in Oceanside for on and off again for like 6 years, and I have never been to Disney World or Land.
You're so close.
Yeah, I am, and I just never like. I don't know, like. Disney's cool and all, but it's like not my thing, whatever.
Yeah.
I know some people are like
sad.
Disney or die. But I mean,
well, Disneyland and Disney World are cool as hell.
Yeah, I definitely want to go eventually. I just never had like an immediate urge to go.
Now Jamie and her cousins are all about Disney all the time, which is cool. I'm not so much like everything Disney all the time.
But they're cool
Disney
though.
World, oh my god. They had a ride come out when we went there with her mother, and it was called the Race to Pandora, and it was the new Avatar, the Avatar movies ride. And we were getting there, and we had like the app and the wait in the line. Like we got there as soon as it opened, and there was already like instantly like an 8-hour wait for this ride, right? And I'm gonna tell on Jamie's mom, but this is hilarious. So me and Jamie are running, and we're like, you know, her mom will catch up to us whenever we run. We finally get in line. We see that the line thing says like 8 hours, and we're like, this is gonna be intense. Eventually, Jamie's mom calls like, where are you guys? And we're like, we're in line. Like we got to, you know, the back. We're not in the back of the line anymore because more people have come. And she goes, well, I'm over here, like where the line starts. And we're like, we didn't see you pass us. So then Jamie leaves, and I'm like upset. I'm like, they both left me. Like, this is crazy. Like we're the closest we're gonna be because we got here, and this is where the line was. And so Jamie's mom somehow talked to the person at the front of where the line really starts, but since it's a new ride, the line goes even further back than what they have displayed for the ride. And she had cut maybe 2/3 of the line. Jamie's mom.
Yeah.
Right? And it wasn't like she was like trying to, like the lady was like, yeah, just come in here. And I was like, what? And so we found her, and they were like, yeah, you can go to her. Like, there's your mom. And so we skipped like 2/3 of the line, still waited like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Right? But we rode it. Was freaking awesome. It cut out at the last second, and it's like a 3D ride.
Yeah,
but like it's like a 4D ride. Like this ride literally made you feel like you were riding on a lizard, flying like skyscrapers up in the air. It was so real and so weird feeling, but it cut off on us, and like we had to go back in, and the people were like, "Hey, we're gonna take you back through, and y'all are going to get on to the next one and ride it again." When we rode it again, that's when we figured out it literally cut out maybe like 8 seconds before the end.
Oh, damn.
And so we got to ride it again right afterwards for free, basically 2 whole times.
That's hilarious.
It was awesome. Revolutionary.
Yeah, I've been on a couple of those kinds of rides. When I actually went to the fair, there was a VR section, and I played Beat Saber for the first time.
Yeah,
super
you remember
fun.
telling me about that.
Marley gets very motion sick very easily, and her and her sister rode a roller coaster VR, and like they got sick off of that.
Oh wow!
I mean, not like puking sick, but like they're like, oh, I'm so nauseous, I can't eat, I can't do nothing. I was like, really that hard? But I guess so. it just doesn't affect me, fortunately, because I can't imagine.
Have you used the VR headset I let you borrow yet?
I think I left it at work. I don't know where it is.
Yeah, we'll try playing on that for an hour and then be like, see if you get motion sickness.
Yeah, I'll try it. A couple other places I want to see. SeaWorld.
Oh, yeah. I've never been to SeaWorld.
Never? Okay.
Well, aren't they like shutting it all down and stuff?
Now they are, but like 10 years ago, it was in its prime. It was nice. It was all right. There was only like, it was more of a show to watch, not necessarily rides. Yeah. There was like maybe 3 rides there.
I didn't think there was any rides. I thought it was just like a giant aquarium where dolphins and whales do tricks.
Yeah, I mean, that was the main event, but there was a Journey to Atlantis was the main, or the biggest, I think, ride. It was all right. Legoland.
Oh, I've been to Legoland.
I haven't been in any short amount of time that I remember vividly, but I know I've been there.
I've been there, but it wasn't for like all day.
Yeah, it was still a good time though.
Yeah, Legos are cool. I like Legos. I like going,
especially when you see like the life size. Like,
oh yeah, I mean, people. I'm like,
imagine that being your job.
Crazy. And some of the times I'm like, I bet you there's a statue in here. They just like glued Legos to the outside to make it look like it, because there's no way anyone had time, or they had a machine.
Yeah, I can see that.
There's no way, man. Some of those things were so intricate. I'm like,
yeah.
What? And how do you keep it together? You have to epoxy it or something afterwards.
Magic.
Lego magic.
Lego magic. Well, I think we're good.
Yeah.
If you want to go in.
Thanks for tuning in to the latest episode of the Paperback Club. As always, I'm Richard Knox, and with me is Aliyes Stell. What are some of your favorite theme parks you've been to and favorite rides? We'd love to know what kind of fairs you've been to. If you like carnival food, right below us, if you can like, comment, subscribe. We're also going to put all of our links in the bio, and maybe even the link to our Lost episode for Halloween, just in case you want to check that out. Yeah. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, and tune in next week.
Deuces.